After decades of vision and planning by kings like Cyrus and Darius, Persia's heart beats strongest in its capital, Persepolis. Morning light spills over grand palaces and stone-carved streets, and the city awakens with a symphony of life. Merchants shout prices for silk from the east, spices from India, and glittering jewelry that reflects the sun in dazzling patterns. Camels and carts carry goods from distant provinces along the royal road, connecting every corner of the empire to this vibrant hub. Children weave through the bustling crowds, laughing and playing in courtyards where artisans carve statues, sculpt reliefs, and etch the stories of kings and gods into stone. Priests tend to sacred fires, scholars gather in shaded halls to debate philosophy, and musicians fill the air with melodies that echo through the marble columns. Every face tells a story: traders negotiating, farmers delivering grain, soldiers marching with precision, and envoys whispering messages from faraway lands. The city hums with energy, a living testament to the systems and roads established by Darius. A city where governance, commerce, and culture converge. Persepolis is more than a capital. It is the heartbeat of an empire, where order meets diversity, and the vision of the King of Kings is etched into every stone, every street, and every life. Here, the empire's vastness becomes tangible, its strength seen not in armies alone, but in the daily rhythm of its people. In the heart of Persepolis, the city's rhythm is punctuated by celebration. Grand festivals mark the changing of seasons, sacred rituals, and the king's victories. Music flows through the streets as dancers whirl in colorful garments, their movements telling stories of gods, kings, and heroes. Poets recite verses that echo through marble columns, captivating nobles and commoners alike. Processions wind through the capital, displaying the empire's finest artistry. Golden ornaments, intricate tapestries, and the polished armor of soldiers standing at attention. Each parade is a vivid reminder of Persia's wealth, craftsmanship, and military strength. A performance designed not just to entertain, but to inspire awe and loyalty. During these festivals, the city feels alive in a way that transcends trade and governance. Farmers, merchants, and soldiers pause to celebrate together. Priests and scholars share wisdom. Children dance alongside the adults, learning the traditions that tie them to their land. Through music, spectacle, and ritual, the empire reinforces its unity. The people see the King of Kings not just as a distant ruler, but as the heart of a civilization where culture, community, and power converge, and where the empire's spirit lives in every celebration. At the heart of Persian cities burn the sacred flames of Zoroastrian fire temples, tended by priests whose voices recite ancient hymns. These flames are more than ritual, they are the pulse of the empire, guiding both spiritual life and civil order. Every decree, every law, every act of governance reflects the moral philosophy taught in these temples: truth, justice, and the balance between good and evil. Citizens of many faiths, Greeks, Egyptians, Indians, and Jews, witness the ceremonies or even participate, finding respect for their own customs within the Persian system. The temples are not isolated sanctuaries. They are centers of community, culture, and administration, where scholars debate, records are kept, and the empire's laws are reinforced by spiritual authority. Through these sacred fires, Persia fosters tolerance and unity. Religion is not imposed, but integrated, shaping how people live, trade, govern, and interact. The flames illuminate more than stone walls. They illuminate a vision of empire where morality, law, and belief intertwine, binding millions across diverse lands under the watchful eye of the King of Kings. Persia was more than a collection of conquered lands. It was a tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions. Greeks, Egyptians, Indians, and Jews lived under one crown, each preserving their customs while contributing to the vibrant life of the empire. Markets thrived with goods from every corner of the known world. Traders spoke in many tongues, families intermarried across regions, and scholars shared knowledge in the halls of Persepolis. Education, art, and commerce became bridges between peoples, weaving together a society that celebrated difference as much as unity. The kings understood that respect for local traditions strengthened loyalty. By honoring customs, festivals, and faiths, they turned diversity from a potential threat into a source of power. The empire did not merely survive its differences, it flourished because of them. In Persia, a mosaic of peoples moved, traded, and dreamed together under the watchful eye of the King of Kings. What could have been chaos became harmony, and from this union, the empire drew a strength that no single army or road could provide. Persia's streets, markets, and ports pulsed with the energy of a vast, interconnected empire. Merchants arrived from distant lands, carrying silk from the east, fragrant spices from India, and precious stones mined in Anatolia and beyond. Every bazaar was alive not only with trade but with stories, gossip, and whispers of alliances and diplomacy. Coins stamped with the king's seal moved effortlessly across provinces, unifying commerce and building trust. Farmers, artisans, and traders all knew the value of each gold, darak and silver, sigloi, and transactions became smoother than ever before. The royal road, ports along the Persian Gulf, and caravan trails created a web of connectivity that spanned continents, turning Persia into a living, breathing, global marketplace. Even in the smallest villages, the influence of trade was visible. Exotic fabrics adorned homes, spices flavored daily meals, and artisans incorporated foreign designs into their crafts. Knowledge, ideas, and culture traveled alongside goods, creating bonds between peoples separated by thousands of miles. In this vibrant economic system, wealth was more than gold. It was the flow of goods, ideas, and human connection. Persia's prosperity was proof that order, foresight, and standardized systems could transform a sprawling, diverse empire into a thriving, cohesive world where every market echoed with the heartbeat of the King of Kings. Within the bustling cities of Persia, artisans and craftsmen shaped the empire's soul. In sunlit workshops, apprentices watch closely as masters carve intricate designs into jewelry, weave vibrant textiles, mold pottery, and sculpt statues that honor gods and kings alike. Every piece is a testament to skill, patience, and vision. These creations are not just for beauty, they are symbols of prestige, power, and cultural identity. Persian designs travel beyond the empire's borders, influencing neighboring lands through trade and diplomacy, leaving echoes of Persian artistry across the known world. Craftsmanship becomes a source of pride for both artisans and patrons. From delicate gold ornaments to grand stone reliefs adorning palace walls, each work reflects the empire's sophistication, wealth, and attention to detail. In Persia, art and life are inseparable. The creativity of the people mirrors the grandeur of the empire itself, a civilization where innovation, culture, and elegance thrive alongside roads, markets, and governance. Persia's empire thrived not only in wealth and art, but in the power of knowledge. Across the cities, libraries and schools preserved the wisdom of Persia, Greece, and Mesopotamia, creating a rich tapestry of learning. Scholars pored over ancient texts, charting the stars in astronomy, devising remedies in medicine, solving complex problems in mathematics, and crafting literature that captured the human experience. Education was encouraged not only for the elite but also for select merchants, administrators, and scribes, ensuring that innovation and insight spread throughout society. Courtyards buzzed with debates, observatories hummed with calculation, and lecture halls echoed with the questions of curious minds. Scholars traveled along the royal road, exchanging ideas with distant lands, bringing new techniques, stories, and discoveries back to Persia. In this environment, Intellectual life flourished alongside the empire's political and economic power. Knowledge became a bridge connecting cultures, a tool for governance, and a foundation for progress. Persia's scholars proved that the strength of an empire lies not only in armies or roads, but in the ideas it cultivates, preserves, and shares a legacy that would inspire civilizations for centuries to come. Beyond the grandeur of palaces, the bustling markets, and the sacred temples, life in Persia thrived in the daily rhythms of ordinary people. Farmers tended their fields with care, sowing grains and harvesting crops that fed the empire, while soldiers patrolled roads, safeguarding caravans and trade routes that linked distant provinces. Families celebrated weddings, births, and seasonal rituals, blending traditions from every corner of the empire into vibrant local customs. Children played in courtyards as music and storytelling echoed through neighborhoods, while communal meals and gatherings strengthened bonds between neighbors and friends. Even as Persia ruled half the known world, its true strength lay not only in armies, roads, or governance, but in the lives of its people, the laughter, the work, the devotion, and the dreams that wove together a vast, diverse civilization. In these ordinary moments, the empire's heartbeat was alive, steady, and enduring, sustaining a society that would leave a mark on history for generations to come.